What's up, lad? What's up, lad? It's your girl Naya. I'm back for another football. It's your girl Naya. I'm back for another Hey, this is another story time. I just did story time like fast. No, 10 seconds ago. I'm gonna do another story time, y'all. And somebody again is in this live. I don't know who you are. Again, can you please comment your name? And I kind of suspicious. I kind of know who you are. I think because it's always this one person that's always in my life. Like, so if it's you, you, you know. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna be doing story time. Me and my cousin fought. Yup. Period. Alright. Okay. Okay. So why keep you sending me things? Like, oh my god, shut up. Talk about something randomly. Okay, so if this you, you know who you are, because you already know before. But I'm gonna only say your name because it just don't make no sense to be like this cousin, my cousin, like baby girl. No. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing a story time about how me and my cousin fought in the house, in her house, in their house. I had cause me and my cousin. I just fought with one of them. It was a girl. We was the same. We still the same age. We same age, same attitude, same personality, all of that. Period. So her name is Nyla, and if I think you in here, Nyla, because you always be watching my lives. Um, if they leave, if you leave, it's probably so. If it's you, Nyla, leave and join back, cause I see you watching it, or whoever this is. It must not be Nyla because it says it's only one person. Like if somebody was really here, I think they would comment, comment, comment. Anyways, let me just get to story time. So it all it was like my fifth time. It's two people in the live. Hey y'all, whoever y'all is in live. Hope you have a nice day. But let's just get into story time. And if you're new here to the live today, because I just did one earlier, but this one now. So I'm doing story time. Okay, not two people, one person left, but still, I'm doing story time of how me and my cousin fuck Nyla. And if you hear, comment, comment, comment your name, whoever you is, because who are you? Like, who are you, sweet? Probably you in your head. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Period. Why do I do this? It's period. Let's get to story time. I don't know who's gonna join, or if they gonna join, or if somebody gonna join. Let's just get to story time. And I'm not even gonna cap about how the story time went down. So it all started. It was like the second week. No, the second time that I slept over at my cousin's house. Cousin's house with the double S's at my cousin's house, and because my cousin, I'm gonna just say all their names, whoever I'm talking about in a moment. Period. Okay, so Marcus, my cousin, we was sitting on the couch. Well, it was me, Duan, Marcus. Yeah, I was about to say me, Duan, Marcus, and me. It was me, Duan, and Marcus in the living room, and then Marcus, he was like, "I got something to tell you tonight." I'm like, "What? What's up?" Well, I didn't like what I didn't like What you want? So I was just like, what's up? What you want? What you need? And he was like, okay, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what's up? Tell me already. And then he was like, okay, so when we was at this barbecue, I'm like, whoa. Is you about to be mean or nothing? He was like, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just going to tell you something that not was there. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's hear the tea. So then he told me that when they was at a barbecue, don't know where they was, maybe it was a party, maybe it was a barbecue, but he said they was at a barbecue and Nilo, she was like drawing and stuff, and he was like, oh, she drew a picture, and she made an ugly picture and saying it was me, and then she was talking about me, my nose, my ass, and how I look, and that I'm fat. But that don't affect me because, like, baby girl, God made me like this, and I'm thankful because God's the only one I care about. If God hates you, and if God tells you stuff like that, then you really know it's true. Like, because He made your body like this. Like, my body's like this for a reason, and I love it, period. So he told me that she was talking about me when they was at the barbecue, and I'm like, oh, so she was really talking about me like that and stuff. And he was like, yeah, so what you gonna do about it? I'm like, I'm finna go up to the room that all of us, like all the girls sleep in. I'm like, okay, I'm finna go to the room that we sleep in. I'm like, okay. I didn't say that. I said, okay, I'm finna go to the room and I'm gonna go confess her. Not confess her. I'm finna go confront her. There we go. I'm finna go confront her and tell her, like, what was you talking about me for? Like, what did I ever do to you? That's how we always. It first started. We're not even going into that because it's a story time about how we fought. So I went back there to the room and I was like, okay, so why was you talking about me at y'all barbecue, whatever y'all was doing with that? And she was like, what are you talking about? And she was kind of smiling. She was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. So Marcus, he was like, okay, Nyla, she was like, okay, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She was acting all confused and stuff. So Marcus, he was like, now let's stop acting because you know you was big and bold and stuff at the party. I mean, at the barbecue. And then he was like, I thought you said you wasn't scared of Anaya. And she was like, I'm not. I just didn't do nothing. He was like, stop lying, tell her the truth. She was like, all right, fine. I was talking about you. She said, you got a crooked nose and stuff. I'm like, if I had a crooked nose, my nose would look like this. And she was like, you ugly and stuff. So then I was like, okay, if I'm ugly and all that, I was like, okay, let's fight. And then Marcus, he was like, where? I'm like, in your room. Well, he was like, let's go fight in me and the ones room. So then I was like, okay, let's do it. And I'll lay you down for it. She was like, no, I don't want to do it. Marcus, he was like, me and Marcus at the same time. He was like, you scary? She was like, no, I'm not scary. You know what? Whatever. Let's get it done. Let's get it boom, boom. Because she was like, because I'm going to beat you up. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. So then they had belts and they like set it up around the bed and around the boxes and containers and stuff, not around the boxes and bins. So it was like, you know, when you like the John Cena stuff, like the boxing match, it was like a boxing match. So then we got ready and stuff. We was like warming up. All I was doing was like catching my breath and stuff because it was hot in the room. So I was like, okay, I just need to breathe because I know how to fight. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about how I beat up a girl at the park. So then, like I said, we was in the match. Well, we was outside of the belts. We were about to get ready. We won, and Marcus was warming me up, and Mia was warming Nyla up. So then they was like kind of switching and stuff. Mia, when they switched, Mia was like, okay, Nyla. I mean, she was like, okay, Nyla, you better get her, because I told her the same thing. She was like, I'm tired of y'all arguing, so we gonna settle this once and for ours and see who can really fight. So then they switched back again. Marcus was like, you got this, beat her up, period. Because Marcus and Nyla, they're not close like the one and Nyla is. So then once I got in the ring, I'm like, come on, Nyla, hurry up. I'm tired of you talking smack about me because you be doing the most. So then she was like, hold on, wait. I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh, you scared me and stuff. She was like, I'm not scary. So then Mia pushed her into the ring. She backed out the ring. But she pushed her again. She was like, all right, whatever. Let's get this started. So she kept backing out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay down here until you're really in there and you're really ready. So then I got into the ring. I got into the ring. And we started to get it on. So I was like, hit me first because I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble. She was like, no, you hit me first. You hit me first. Because most of the time when you fight, if you don't hit somebody first, most likely you're not gonna get in trouble. But if you hit them first, you're gonna get in trouble. So I'm like, hit me first, hit me first, hit me first, or else you're scary. She was like, I'm not scary, but I'm just not gonna hit you first. She was like, cause I'm not getting in trouble either. She was like, all right, you scary, that's it, bye. She was like, she pushed me. All right, oh, okay, so you hitting me now? So she was like, yeah, what's up, what's up? So I'm like, what's up, what's up? So then I hit her, like I punched her in her arm right here. I was like, "What's up? Yeah, try to keep talking now." She punched me right back. So I'm like, "Okay, that don't hurt, baby girl. Like you weak and stuff." So she punched me harder. I'm like, "Okay, like baby girl, what are you doing? You look stupid." So then I was punching her, and she like her face was kind of turned around a little bit. So you know how you fight. Usually we was fighting. So then she pushed me to the floor. I got mad. I got back up. I pushed her back to the floor. So then she got back up. She pushed because you know when we push somebody to the floor, Mia and Marcus and the one that was like, let me get her up. I'm like, oh my gosh, just let us fight. They was like, no, let her get up. So then okay. She was saying that for the both of us. So then I let her get up. She pushed me back down. She sat on me with her big fat. Let me stop. She sat on me. So then she spit on me. I got mad. So then she was like this over me. She was like, yeah, what's up? What's up? What you got to say now? I'm like, what I got to say now? I spit back on her. I spit on her. And then she was like, ew. She fell back on the floor. She was like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? I'm like, yeah, now you know how it feels to spit on somebody. I was like, okay, keep my name out your mouth and keep your spit to yourself. She was like, okay, same to you. She spit on me again. So I got sick and tired of it. I pushed her nose, and her face turned really, really red. I was like, I don't care if you get mad. She started crying because I punched her hard because my fist, I got a heavy hand from my mama. My mom, she has a heavy, heavy, heavy hand in her head when she hit her. So I have a heavy hand, and I was fight mainly with this, so I'd be like, so I was like this, and then I punched her in her nose, and she started crying. Her face turning really, really red because, not to mention, she's light skin and dark skin at the same time. So no, she's not mixed. She's basically my skin color, but she's lighter than my skin color. So then Marcus, he had to take her to the bathroom and tell her to stop crying because it's alright. Because when you're real fighting, you can't cry, you can't wipe your tears off and stuff, because they're gonna keep hitting you, and that's how you're gonna lose. So she was like, "No, I'm really gonna go out there and punch her right back." So then he was like, "No, you're not, because you already lost this round." She was like, "Okay, how about this? We're gonna have one more round." So then he wiped her tears off and stuff. He was like, "It's okay, stop crying." So then she went back out there, looked brand new. Her face surprisingly wasn't red no more. So then the second round, it was like a tie because the second round she kind of got me, but at the same time I got her too. So then she was like, she did the same thing to me, but my face didn't turn red. Well, it was red a little bit, but you couldn't tell because I'm dark skinned. So then she punched me. She punched me right here. She was like, but it wasn't that hard. But I started crying a little bit because it hurt my teeth a little. So I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I did it back to her. She started crying too. And it was like blurry for both of us to see when we was fighting. So then I was like this. Oh my gosh, stop, stop. My eyes was like this because it was kind of hard to see. And her eyes was sifting too. But, not to mention my eyelashes are long a little. So it was kind of hard to see. So then I was like, what's up, what's up, what's up? Stop talking stuff and you won't get beat up. I was like, what's up, what's up? Like, she was doing the same thing. So then she pushed me to the floor and she wiped off her tears and I wiped off my tears too. So then she started like going like that, like that, like that. So then I pushed her off me, then I sat back on her butt. So then after that, she hit me, and then Marcus pulled her off, and then I ran up to her and pushed her back. I what do you call it? Punched her back. So then she was walking away to the hallway. She was like, "Yeah, don't do it again like that." When she was like, kind of like whispering and stuff, I'm like, "You scary, huh? Huh? What was that you had to say?" She was like, "Nothing," and I was like, "Oh, that's what I thought." And then when I walked away, she kind of said it out loud a little bit. I'm like, "Oh, I thought you was scary." So then she said it. She was like, "Next time, don't try me." I'm like, "Baby girl, last time I checked, I just beat you up in your face turned red and you started crying. So don't even." So then after that, it was like, that's outside. I don't know. So then she was in the hallway. My hat always falling off. Okay, but she was in the hallway, like where you walk to the rooms and stuff. She was in the hallway about to go back to the room. I'm like, come here now, come here. She was like, no, no. So then I ran up to the room. She tried to close the door, but then I opened the door and I heard her back. I walked back to the room. She pushed me and then ran to the room. She kind of tried to close the door and like lock it, but it wasn't a lock thing. So she was holding the door. I was like, "You're not stronger than me. You're not stronger than me." So then I pushed her off the door. I pushed the door hard, and she fell kind of. So now I was like, "Don't try me again." So then I slapped her, and then I went back to the room, and then it was like a little belt thing. I think they got it from Target. Don't remember, but it was a belt thing. He was like, "Okay, so the winner is Anaya because the second round really don't count. We only did it so she could stop crying, like crybaby." So then he gave it to me. I'm like, yeah, next time. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. Next time, don't try me. And then she was like, you know how you mad and stuff, you roll your eyes. Like, I'm like, keep rolling your eyes. I hope your eyes get stuck like that. She was like, I'm like, you look dumb. So then, yeah. So then we was mad and stuff. But she was sleeping in the living room since we got there and stuff. So that's the end of the story. We're not cool no more because we've been not before. Cause she's mad fake, all of them fake. So it is what it is. It's not that serious though, cause yeah, I don't care. So that's the third time, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so I never miss a notified video that I ever post. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next live or YouTube video. Peace. Have a nice day.